guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kira the Doll back for yet another video. As you guys can see, today's video we're going to be recapping Zeus's very own edition, ratchet version of the infamous Love Island called Love Cabin, or should I say Lust Cabin. I feel this show is the perfect opportunity for me to give dating advice because it just has so many red flags. Like, this can really be a learning opportunity for a lot of you ladies and even men navigating the dating scene in 2025. But first and foremost, we're going to start off by saying what everybody's thinking. Zeus need to come up with their own ideas. How you going to copy every aspect of the original show and not put that much of a spin to it except a cabin in the woods? It's just the cheap version. As I'm watching this show, between the hosts, the men, all I can help but think is it just feels like Zeus gives demons a place to host. But honestly, a girl like me would love to be on a show like this because these niggas would hate me. The only one that might like me would be possibly the one with the Bible because I'm just too real. Out of the men so far, none of these men truly felt like they were looking for a true relationship, in my opinion. Let me know y'all opinions down in the comments, but that's how I felt. The men just felt like they was on some bull. The women felt like more like they could possibly be looking for someone to be with, except for Athena. I couldn't even show her intro picture because she wanted to be naked. But other than her, they pretty much seem like they could be looking for someone. But the men had completely different plans in mind. And this reminds me of the dating scene 9 times out of 10. It's not always the men, but 9 times out of 10. So the bull started off with John saying, oh, a fat A and low self-esteem always is his go-to. And then he proceeds to pick Sheila. So that just tells a lot. That screams volumes because even though once he picked Sheila, he approached her in such a high way, classified high, like, oh, how does my last name sound? Like, I'm looking for a wife. That's how he was talking. But mind you, he just said a fat A and low self-esteem will work. So it really is something that just make you think. Because when John said a fat A and low self-esteem always, works in the end, I don't think Buddy was lying. I think that he said what he meant and he meant what he said, okay? And I also wanted to say John is a sellout. He isn't a part of the black people that we do not claim, okay? So yeah, the men is feeling themselves. They coming in. They like, oh, I look good. And Tia like, oh, Shorts and Tims, you need to sit down. And I agree. I felt like the best dressed of the men to me personally was Michael. What was y'all opinions? Who did y'all think was the best dressed out of the men? Like I said, I thought it was Michael, and I feel like even on the preview for the next episode, Michael looks very nice. Like, his drip gives 90s fine, baby. Like, he looked good. Okay. Okay. Them other men, they was playing too much, but Michael, oh wait. Like, I just want to see men looking more clean cut and, sophisticated, like, put together. Why is y'all shirts open? Why y'all coming out naked, showing y'all little bird chests? And, like, come on. Doing too much. Honestly, initially, I felt like I watched this show with way too much hope, and I feel like a lot of people who reviewed this show did watch this show with too much hope as well, because we're not going to sit up here and act like this isn't on the Zeus network, the network of taboos. Like isn't like this isn't the same network as Jocelyn's Cabaret that it be naked girls on, or like this ain't the same network that Krishan and Blueface was on, and Krishan was giving them head on the show and doing all. This network ain't holy. What did y'all think? And we not gonna act like Love Island ain't very similar to this. Like, I don't understand some of the backlash because everything is exactly the same concept except for the location and the host. Of course, it feels disorganized in the games. It's like a bootleg version of Love Island. It feels like a parody at this point. But what did y'all expect from the Zeus network? I feel like the same way y'all expected, y'all had such high hopes for this show is the same way y'all be having so much high hopes in dating. These motherfuckers is guilty until proven innocent. I think that a lot of times we go into it too blindly and expecting too much instead of just looking at things for what it is. So yeah, y'all, we meet the men and let me not, not help you guys and introduce you guys as well. So we meet the men. We had John, Camo, Brian, Thanos, and I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Oh yeah, Trap. And so like I was saying, as far as the men off the rip, nobody was really giving too big of a red flag in my opinion, except for John. John was just out of pocket and off the rip. It was just like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it was just like cringe. It was just like, I left field. The stuff he was saying was just completely outrageous, and it was just like, I guess he was just he clickbait. He trying to clip farm. I don't know. The nigga trying to go viral. Yes, that's what it's all about. He is trying to go viral. He talked about how he was a nurse and a nurse student. So maybe he's trying to go viral to the point where he don't gotta work no more. I don't know. But the man, he just needed the platform. He had the plan. But yeah, this young fella right here just seemed like he full of a whole bunch of dookie. Yeah. But y'all, now who don't put Ray J in charge? Who the This month came in this month. He came in the joint tweaking. But like I just mentioned, this is Zeus. What more did we expect? This is literally Zeus, where there have been plenty other diabolical dating shows on this network. And it looked like we in for yet another viral season. So I'm gonna sit back with my popcorn, y'all. But all jokes aside, one thing about Ray J though, once he met the men, he was spitting some real game and some real gems to him. Talking about the women and to uplift the women. But we're gonna halt their conversation as they did on the show to introduce the ladies. We're starting in with we have Desi, Athena, Sheila, Kiera, and I believe Nisa and Lauren. No, Chloe. Chloe was her name. But all of the women off, the intro, just as well as the men, I didn't really see too many red flags other than Athena. She couldn't even get a proper introduction, y'all, because she wanted to come in naked, like I said. But yeah, continuing on with the conversation that the men were having, as far as Ray J, he's just telling them to uplift women, because at the end of the day, I feel like the plot is being lost and women are receiving so much hate and so much criticism when at the end of the day, women rock. Like, women damn near rule the world. Let's be for real. Because some of the men wasn't getting it, but even Tupac, He had to school y'all, but I don't think y'all was listening though. What'd he say? And since we all came from a woman, got a name from a woman, and a game from a woman, I wonder why we take from our women, why we other women, do we hate our women? I think it's time to kill for our women, time to heal our women, be real to our women. And if we don't, we'll have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies. And since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So where the real men get up? I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up. And a lot of y'all be liking some pop, but y'all let that message go over your head. I don't, I'm not gonna get too much into it because that is a very sensitive topic. But without women, no one who's currently on the earth wouldn't be here. And we gonna leave that there. So now the men meet the ladies, and the way that they come in and just are straight on these women is diabolical. And basically, they're having a kissing challenge, which is instructed by Ray J. The way that John was so obsessed with Sheila's race is the perfect representation of how a lot of people are nowadays, which is just so shallow. Because why are you so pressed over Sheila talking about marrying her and you don't even know her name? All you know is that she foreign. If that isn't self-hatred as well as complete foolery, I don't know what is. Are you truly trying to marry her, or are you just focused on sleeping with her? Because I can't tell. Because marriage consists of way more characteristics and attributes than someone simply just being attractive. This is what you call lust. Because wasn't you the same man that said big butt and low self-esteem? So this is the perfect manifestation of this description, because you seem almost too sure. Are you just trying to show out in front of the other guys for the validation of other grown ass men? It's hard for us to not throw the DL allegations when y'all are playing the field up so clearly. Tia described it perfectly. She said, "This ain't ordering pizza. They ain't hot and ready." And this is exactly why I had to remove myself from certain dating scenes, because I can't keep putting myself in the position for men to have the opportunity to attempt to lower my value and look at me like a piece of meat, or talk to me in a way that I don't see myself. I can't keep allowing anybody to even have the audacity. I'm literally at a point in my life where I find joy in starving men of attention, because that's all they truly want from us women, along with our box. So I starve them of both. It's something about the attention of a woman that soothes a man's soul. So I take back my power by acting like a black cat to the lab. I pay them no mind. I feel like men aren't lonely enough, which is why they have the audacity to do what they do. I feel like women aren't mean enough. These men are too baby, and it's time for us to hold them accountable. With that being said, from what we can see so far, these men on this show are straight trash. I don't feel like a lot of these men truly have intentions on finding love. That's for now. Like I said, guilty until proven innocent. But them Steve Urkel glasses on John is taking me out though, y'all. The thing with the kissing challenge is that even though they are literally meeting each other with kisses, this is very similar to Love Island in a sense. I watched the first season of Love Island, and it coupled up on the first episode as soon as they met. Yes, they didn't kiss, but they do kissing challenges all the time. I don't see a drastic difference here. The only thing about this one was I wish that they were able to choose their matches. That's the only difference that I could truly say that really made us upset. But as far as John, I know I keep talking about him, but I gotta read him down, y'all. The way he's reading Sheila really says a lot. I don't do well with men who critique women as if they were a woman before, because it's like he's sizing her up, picking her apart. Obviously, you have ill intent, because why are you just dissecting her in such a way? Yes, this is human nature to be stereotypical or such. However, this tells a lot about the way you as a man view women. To mask your aggression and as excitement is gaslighting. You really do need to calm down, especially when it comes to women. That can mess with our nerves, all of that hype. Just calm down. You're making it a chaotic environment where points being made are easily not being clearly seen. Paceman is such a fast burnout situation. A Russian man is not a stand win. But then, as far as the couples, Ray puts Desi with Trap, and then she switches Trap out for Michael. I feel like I do like Michael a little better for Desi. I feel like Desi and Michael and all of them should have had choices on who they were going with, though, because they obviously liked other people as well. Trap then goes with Athena. I guess this is a better match. Ray J then puts Brian with Nisa and Thanos with Kiera. At this point, I feel like Thanos was trying to show the other boys up. Like, I feel like a lot of them are just trying to have something to talk about when they all go back together away from the women. I didn't feel no true connection between Thanos and Kiera. Neither did I really with Thanos and Nisa. But not Nisa switched up the twin. And Brian had me crying. He was talking about, seriously, bro, because for real, Nisa, like, you could have got anybody else. You gonna get the one that looked just like the one that you're with, but he's just a little taller. Like I said, this is Lust Cabin at this point. I don't know what else to say. And I'm glad Kiera got Thanos back. The fact that John compares himself to Ray J is all I needed to hear from John to determine his character. Ray J is too damn old to be trying to get one of these contestants, even though Sheila says she's the oldest. I think it's less of the show being a certain way and more of Ray J just being completely out of line and encouraging the couples to have a freak off in their bedroom where they're all sleeping together, just like Love Island. Literally, the fact that John and Ray J are fighting over a girl that looks just like Kim K. Come on, y'all. Well, she don't look just like Kim K, just kind of like Thanos and Brian. You know, they have similarities. AKA John only like her because she foreign. You know, that type of similarity. It just makes you truly wonder John's true intention with Sheila. But as they, are winding down, the girls are on their side talking. The girls were talking like almost like Love Island, like, oh my god, you guys are so cute, and oh my god, I feel the connection. And then on the guy's side, they over there like, yeah, your girl look like she'd be good to hit, and da 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 da. Thanos was a whole different person in the back. I couldn't believe it, y'all. Thanos literally said he like Athena body to be able to sleep with her, but he don't really care about it. Kiera, that's the vibe that I'm getting. And not they got Brian back there cutting up too. The fact that John still don't even know what Sheila is shows that he don't truly even like her. I've been trying to tell y'all he putting on an act. What is wrong with his eyebrows though? Then Thanos sitting there doing push-ups in front of all them men for what? I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much in it. But Trap, that nigga a smooth criminal. I don't like him either. He's so messy telling Sheila what they was talking about, kind of giving sassy too. Because why you telling her, why you pillow talking, sir? With somebody that ain't even your couple. Then the way he told everything too, how they literally feel about Sheila and how she's very smart and Athena seems more ditzy and he says that's how he likes them. And then also the fact that these men are so aware of the fact of Sheila's mindset shows that they know if they try to talk to her, they have to play it off to the T. They know they got to be an A-list actor to pull Sheila. So now they are more aware of this, and unless their perception was wrong, which they are testing out this theory by interacting with her and seeing where her mind frame is, they sizing the girl up. It's really them eyebrows and them glasses for me. But yeah, y'all, these men is easy as hell. They going, but are you going? I'ma need y'all to stand up, ladies. I'm gonna need y'all to stand up because I got a feeling that these men in this Lust Cabin house is about to turn this mother upside down. But we do gotta wait and see, come back our Sundays and see what's gonna happen. But how do y'all feel about the couples? Do y'all like the couples that were matched up? Um, yeah, the preview for the next week seems even more out of pocket. So as it is with Zeus. So what are y'all opinions on the show? What do y'all have to say about it? How did y'all feel about the first episode? Do y'all like the couples? Who are y'all favorite couple? Who are y'all least favorite couple? Yeah, just stay engaged in the comments. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your opinion on this episode. But yeah, I appreciate every last single one of you guys for watching. Stay engaged, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys.